Delta Blues, really cool bridge. Whee! Biker Brotherhood. There's a whole bunch of dragonfly. There's danger at every turn. They burst into flame. Yeah! Howdy folks, how's it going? I hope your ride's going well. Today we're going to do a Delta Blues ride. Well, it's really more of a Delta's ride than it is blues, but hey, Delta Blues sounds good. What I'm actually going to be doing is heading up Niles Canyon to Palomares, and then I'm going to head east towards the Central Valley, the Sacramento Delta. And there's a couple tiny ferries. There's one that's really small. It's kind of cool. It's almost like getting pulled across on a raft. And I thought that would be fun. I haven't done that in like 15 years. There's a restaurant, a tiny little town. You're going to be along for the ride. And this is Mission Boulevard, or as my Garmin GPS pronounces it, Boulevard. Okay, my GPS is completely pissing me off. It didn't want to route this thing right, so I disabled a lot of avoidances. Oh, we got a fire truck here. And that kind of made it likes to recalculate things really dumb. What the f is that idiot doing? He blew right through. The truck's right there. Come on. Can't stop the fire if you get into a major wreck on the way. Needs to be getting themselves a ticket. I mean, people have a lot of pent-up frustration, you know, and it's easy to act inappropriately on that. Behind a keyboard or behind the steering wheel, because you're kind of, you know, isolated. I mean, it's not like they're going to see my face wearing a helmet. I'm just a nondescript motorcyclist who clearly wants to die, because that's why he rides a motorcycle, right? Well, then I just shoot myself, okay? I'm out here having fun, okay? People think that, but they're dangerous. Yeah, people die driving cars every day too. Don't give yourself any illusion that you're safe in your cage with your airbags, okay? I mean, those help. But there's danger at every turn in life. Oh, got a speed bump. Oh, I'm gonna split it. Whee! Usually they don't do that. It's more work to create a channel like that. Motorcycle friendly. And I saw that channel and I'm like, oh, cool. Thank you. Oh, they got another one. Is there a channel on this one? Yes, there is. Yeehaw! Well, I got an A&W here. Man, they used to make the best root beer, and their onion rings were the best. Hands down. We had one in my hometown, and back then you could drive in and they would hang the tray over your window. They didn't have roller skates to come up to your window. They walked out. The original recipe had sugar in it instead of high fructose corn syrup. And they'd sell it to you. They'd put it in basically a 1-gallon milk jug. Fill it up right on the tap, put the screw on it. That stuff never lasted long. Looks like I am going to go through a pass where they are, they've got a bunch of them. I'm going to be pretty close to them, it looks like. But one of those is not going. Did somebody piss it off? Is it on brake? Yeah, do you need regulation? Did it break? That happens. Sometimes, you know, they get so hot from turning, there's a lot of friction. They burst into flame. Those things are big. I got a whole bunch more here. Oh, they're moving faster. Those look smaller than the ones I just passed. Yep, I was late on the wave. Slacker! He wasn't. Sorry. Fire right by the road. What do you think caused that? Throwing a cigarette butt out the window. And they'll ash it out the window at 60, 70 on the freeway, and I'm behind them. And if I got my visor up for airflow, I'll take a cherry in the face. And that sucker's still hot. I mean, if you ride with your visor down all the time, it would bounce off. I do open up for airflow quite often. We're near part of the Delta, but we're not quite there yet. And now back to long, boring straightness. Welcome to the Central Valley. 10 miles of this, and then a couple right-hand 90-degree turn, followed by a left-hand 90-degree turn, and then 10 more miles. Oh, there's some decent water here. Starting to get to the Delta. We already passed the man-made area, Discovery Bay. If you look at it on a map, it's a big giant square area with a lot of straight waterways with right angles. You just missed. You're doing it wrong. The original YouTube thumbnail title. Roadside signs that say, "You screwed up. You're writing it wrong. You should have stopped there." I'm being punished because I was busy when that one guy waved to me earlier. No one has waved at me since. And I've waved at all of them. I'm sorry, universe. I didn't mean to. I was distracted. Please forgive me. And again, la da nada. Miles. Get out of this lane. The far right lane kids get beat up by trucks. Hey, somebody waved back. I have been forgiven by the universe for my transgressions earlier, being distracted while I should have been waving, which is of course BS. Always pay attention to what you're doing first, wave second. It's lower priority. But I do like to encourage folks to wave. It's a nice friendly thing. We call it the biker brotherhood. Some people don't like the word biker. They think it only applies to Harley riders with vests and stuff, and wannabes, gang. And yeah, people do use that phrase to describe that type a lot, but I don't know. Biker means anybody that rides a bike. Motorbike. That looks like a drawbridge with a very heavy counterweight. Wow. Those look like houseboats there. So this is not the end of town. Oh, that's odd. That looks like a lighthouse. Nobody's going to see that. It's not tall enough. There's a lot of overgrown trees. But back in the day, it might have worked for its purposes on this waterway. Landing number 63. Chinese food. Some of these buildings are probably from 1915. Okay, turn right here. Boathouse Marina. Is this Main Street? Okay. Where's Al's place? Narrow street. We got the Chinese medicine shop. I'm pretty sure that these sidewalks weren't always concrete. They probably used to be wooden. Some of these buildings look like they may fall over any minute now.
in memory of the industrious Chinese pioneers of California, whose strength and sacrifice helped build the Transcontinental Railroad, construct the levees of the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, and develop agriculture in the Central Valley. With determination and perseverance, the Chinese built the town of Locke and continue to shape California. The Locke Historic District is the largest and most complete example of a rural Chinese American community in the United States. No comparable district exists that so clearly illustrates rural Chinese American life.
Had a nice meal at Al Lawap's right there. And those folks are sitting outside. So Chinese immigrants who built the Union Pacific Railroad over Donner Pass settled in this area, which is not very close to the Sierras. We get to go over this really cool bridge. Oh, this is going to do wonders on motorcycle tires. I do have some ADV tires, but they're not super aggressive. So there's a whole spider web of little waterways. And so there are a lot of islands that are hard to access, and it's expensive to build bridges to each one. Oh, there you go. Some jet skis out in the water there. Howard Landing Ferry. So these ferries run every 20 minutes. JMac open, ferry closed. Where's JMac? This sucks. I don't know where to go now. It says JMac's open, but I don't know where JMac is. I'm really disappointed about missing that ferry. It was going to be fun, but it's closed, and I checked the website like 2, maybe 3 days ago. The thing about these ferries is it's tiny. It's like a big raft. I mean, I think we overfilled it once. We had to wait because not all our bikes could fit. Bike weaves a little bit on that. The other bridge with the metal grate, it didn't have a problem with at all. That one, it weaved a little bit. Yep, the universe has forgiven me. I'm getting waves. Oh, this little canopy was unexpected. Hitchhiking? Sigh. Saw him too late. Now the universe will be unhappy. He waved. I did not. Now, see, now I gotta earn back my waves. Mr. Goldwing did not wave at me. Intermittent bridge work for over a 9-month period. No diving or swimming from bridge. And here's the grate. We're gonna wander. Not really. That's good. Some of these have grates all the way across, but the last two only had a small section. Stop dealt with a battery that shouldn't have been dead on a camera. There's a whole bunch of dragonflies swarming around me right now. Like I'm in a mini Game of Thrones or something. It's pretty cool. Like 20 of them. Most of them are behind me, but there are a few coming up to the front. All right, let's get this. Oops. The old classic, left the kickstand down. It's nice to know that switch still works. I hate it when it happens when people are around me, though. You look like a doofus, like you stalled it. It's like, no, I'm not that stupid. I'm just stupid in a different way. I noticed I had failed to attach my chin strap. So it's probably been that way all the way since I left Locke. Probably close to 100 miles. Certainly not the worst road I've ever been on. That would be Moose Wilson Road, just north of Jackson Hole. I took my Harley on that because I didn't know any better. I think I still have loose fillings from that ride. And that was 15 years ago. I need to get back out there, man. Been too long. Some beautiful stuff out there. I'm just enjoying it. It's nice.
If you've liked this ride, check out the one at the top of the screen. And consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It'll really help us out. And wherever your journeys may lead you, ride on.